MOSAIC is a new set of rules that separate sport pilots from light sport aircraft. The first part expands sport pilot privileges and the aircraft they can fly, all starting October 22nd. Sport pilots will be able to fly most aircraft with a stall speed up to 59 knots calibrated airspeed, which opens up a lot of options. It could also dramatically change the landscape for new aircraft, making them easier and less expensive to certify starting next year. These new light sport category aircraft will be able to have a stall speed of up to 61 knots calibrated airspeed.
AOPA keeps flying safe, accessible, and fun by protecting your freedom to fly. We are the most trusted one-stop resource for all things related to general aviation. Join AOPA today. Thanks to Lightspeed for sponsoring this video. Click below to learn more about the Lightspeed Delta Zulu.
What's a sport pilot? Either someone with a sport pilot certificate or someone with a higher certificate who's using their driver's license in lieu of a medical. Sport pilots don't have as many privileges as others, like private or commercial pilots. And up until now, they've been pretty limited in the types of flying they can do and the aircraft they can do it in. Is MOSAIC safe? While we're talking about expanded privileges for people without a medical certificate, both AOPA and the FAA believe it is safe. The FAA took safety into account with these changes. In fact, the word safety is mentioned nearly 600 times in the final rule. Safety was also a factor in creating different stall speeds. While we're talking about expanding privileges, several things haven't changed for sport pilots. No more than one passenger, no IFR, and your most recent medical must have not been denied or revoked. How do I know if my plane qualifies? Like we mentioned before, sport pilots can fly aircraft with a stall speed of up to 59 knots calibrated airspeed without flaps. Calibrated is the key word there. Some have asked if they can take the bottom of the green arc off my airspeed indicator and use that to know my calibrated airspeed. The answer is no, because that's your indicated clean stall speed, not calibrated. To find your calibrated airspeed, you have to look in your POH, and if it's not there, contact your aircraft's manufacturer. Can airplanes that sport pilots are now eligible to fly be maintained by a light sport repairman? The short answer is no. If an aircraft is not certified under the new light sport category aircraft process, which doesn't go into effect until next summer, then you have to maintain that aircraft as you always have. Even though the aircraft might only be flown under sport pilot privileges for now, an aircraft with a standard airworthiness certificate, like a Cessna 172, must be maintained according to Part 43 and Part 61. Can you explain the endorsements sport pilots can earn? And if I'm already a pilot, will my previous endorsements count? Sport pilots have been able to earn endorsements under the previous rules, such as flying in Class Bravo, Charlie, and Delta airspace. But now they can earn even more. Under the new rules, sport pilots can also earn endorsements to fly at night and fly complex aircraft. So let's say you already have your private pilot certificate and a complex endorsement. You'll be allowed to fly a complex aircraft under sport pilot privileges. We've just brushed the surface on each of these questions, so I'd encourage you to go to AOPA.org and look for the MOSAIC Explained section. There, you'll find a lot of resources to help you understand what's changing and if flying as a sport pilot is right for now.